Hey everybody, Christopher here with the Triangle Haunters, welcoming you to the very first video in a series that I'm going to call Highway to Halloween. Now, you know, October's almost here, which means Halloween is right around... Wait, what? What do you mean there's a YouTube video series out there like this already? No, it sounds nothing like Road to October. This is completely original. What? No, but... Okay, fine, whatever. Anyways, I wanted to make a little demonstration video of a tool that I've had in my toolbox for a couple of years, ever since I really started getting into haunt building. Now, I'm actually at work right now, and I'm here to pick up something that we as haunters all use in our prop building. Pallets. Now, the pallets that I get from my work are really, really good pallets. And a lot of us, when we are using pallets in our haunt building, some of us like to take and remove these slats because the wood is pretty good. But we'll go after them with a sawzall or, you know, with a crowbar and a hammer, and that's a lot of back-breaking work. Can take a while, or if you use a sawzall, you know, you're gonna lose some of the wood and stuff like that. And you know, if you're using a pallet, or if you're using a hammer and a crowbar, you can damage the wood and crack it. So did a little bit of research online and found a tool that makes this job a lot easier. Only problem was this guy, the video that I found, it was a customized tool. He built it himself. But I started looking online, and at that time, I could only find them overseas in the UK, and the shipping on this was just astronomical. So I went to a local machinist, and he was actually able to make me my own Pallet Pry Bar. As you can see, these two little prongs here, they slide up underneath the slats, and then you just use the long pole to pry and pop the slats right off the pallet. And this basically, it makes the job a lot faster to rip these pallets apart, and also helps save some of the wood, so it's usable, and I can keep the length of the wood that I get from the pallet and everything else like that. So let me reset up the camera here, and I will show you how this pry bar works, and I'll show you about how long it takes me to rip through a pallet of this size. So hold on. Alright, so I've got the pry bar, I've got the pallet. There's a total of about 7 slats on the top and 4 slats on the bottom. The time is now 6:59, so let's get to work. Alright, so time is now, we'll call it 7:03, so roughly 4 minutes to completely pry apart this pallet. You'll notice a couple of the pieces of wood did break, but that was because there were a couple of knots in the board, and so it wasn't very structurally sound there. But yeah, about 4 minutes to take care of this one pallet. So I've got another 5 pallets here, so it should take me about a half hour just to pry all these pallets apart. So like I was saying, it's about 4 minutes to completely rip the pallet apart. And as you can see, most of the boards are really, they're still pretty much intact. There are, like I said, a few pieces of wood that broke simply because there were knots in it, and so it wasn't very structurally sound all the way across. Occasionally that will happen, but I've got the majority of the slats of this pulled off, and now all that's left is to bang all the nails out, and I have perfectly good slat pieces for my props this year. I do actually have a plan for all of these slats, and hope to be making a video showcasing that here within the next couple of weeks. But again, my Pallet Pry Bar has been an invaluable tool in my toolbox. If you have or know of a local metal fabricator, have them make you one, because if you're going to be ripping pallets off, this thing is phenomenal. It's great to have. The guy that I had make this for me charged me about 90 bucks for it, so very reasonably priced in my opinion. All the money that I've saved on wood for my coffin, kind of a little shelf that I've made, and my picket fence, this has been an invaluable tool. And then of course you can get these pallets practically free if you just look on Craigslist, or if you work at a company that receives freight in from pallets, and we only use a handful of them, and so we have a lot of excess here. A great tool. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to get started on the rest of these pallets, and sorry for the bad camera angle there. Start working on the rest of these pallets, get this wood home, and start making stuff. Time to get to work.